folks, here we are with number 6 of the TUAC 5-Men Challenge, and today's prompt is spill. When we were working out these prompts, and this is the little graphic that we worked up for number 6, I knew that I wanted to do an image transfer with this. And like I was kind of thinking about it, and then like the prompt number 4, which was roots, ended up being sort of like a tape image transfer, unintended, which was very cool. And then it really just sort of solidified that I wanted to do a real image transfer, and or like maybe like a more permanent or appropriate one, and I just really wanted to get it done. So that's what I'm doing here. I have the prompt. This is the back of my third tag for prompt number 6. It is spill. And I have torn the edges of this paper, and I put down some fluid matte medium by Golden. And then I put down, I put that on the tag itself on the substrate. And then I put a thin layer on the image, and then now I have put the two together, and I've really burnished well to make sure that there's good contact there. Remember this tag from yesterday, I stitched on it, so it's got this thread woven through it. So I don't know exactly how this is going to image transfer on top of it, and I assume that by doing, like, if I'm really, really specific and pay a lot of close attention to the process, that it should image transfer just fine, even over the stitching. So that's what I'm working on now. I am wetting, now that the two layers of fluid matte medium are dried together, which creates one layer, and that's the whole point of this image transfer process, is that gel medium is adhering to the ink that's on the surface of the paper, but not actually quite adhering to the paper itself. So I have really, really made sure that was dry and there was good adhesion. And then I'm wetting the back and just slowly rubbing back and forth and removing the paper to reveal the image or the ink that was printed on the surface. In this case, it says 6 and spill inside of a cool little spilled graphic. So that's what I'm working on. Slowly but surely rubbing away the excess paper to just leave the ink. And I am using my paintbrush water, so it's dirty and disgusting and fun. And it's leaving some things behind, which I'm really loving also. And then it really just sort of solidifies in my brain. I think that's the second time I've used solidify, but that I really want to spill some dirty water now on top of this. And so then my secret ingredient, I keep it in a little jar. I make sure that firstly that this is all dried completely, and I turn it over too to see what's happening on the underside, because I'm working on this side of the paper and there are holes and things are going to seep through to the other side. So I'm pretty interested in seeing exactly how that type of stuff turns out as well. I start with the dirty water that's in my actual paintbrush cup, and I kind of just splatter it around. And then I heat it dry, and I sop up some of the excess water that's on the desk and heat that dry. And then I'm kind of sitting here like, oh, my desk is getting really messy, and I don't want the underside of my tag ruined. Like, it's its own prompt. It's going to be its own page inside my finished tag book. So I got out what's left of that brown paper bag from Blick and from day 2 and from yesterday. And, you know, it's going to start sopping up some of this excess water and dirty and grittiness as well. So I think it'll be interesting. You know, I mentioned before, I'm kind of just keeping some of my scraps and things here to the side, because while I'm working on this project, like, each tag is its own and it has its own prompt. But in the end, I'm going to bind them together in a book. So I'm trying to also keep in mind that I want to use some of these same supplies on the tags. Not the same ones every single day, but I want to, like, kind of keep mixing them in. And these are the types of tips and techniques and tutorials that we as founders provide to subscribers of the Ugly Art Club. So the past couple days, I've talked a little bit about the free resources the Ugly Art Club offers, and that's inspirational images, and that's camaraderie and group, and you can kind of get to know people inside the free Facebook group and via Instagram. But, and happening soon, open enrollment for the Ugly Art Club is on January 1st. And so the founders plus a guest artist provide very specific tutorials based on some like really awesome themes that we've come up with. So consider joining. Definitely be part of the 5-minute challenge, and you can get more information at theuglyartclub.com. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment here or reach out to me, and we'll definitely get some of that stuff answered. Bye, guys.